So for those watching, we are going to be talking to Becca today. She's going to roll us through real quick the inside of, her experience in the Fit Frontliner Elite Partnership Program. So Becca, let everybody know, what do you do for work? I know we're kind of hidden, but what do you what do you do for work? So everyone gives everybody a little bit of an idea.
So I'm a police officer. That's why I'm kind of hidden right now. Currently at work. So,
Awesome. So give us a quick heads up. Like where were you at in your fitness journey right before you decided to step inside?
so I worked out, but as far as like seeing any sort of progress, I never really saw any. And it was like very, very frustrating because I went to the gym. I spent all this time and effort trying to work out and trying to do better, and never saw the results. And it was just really frustrating. And I knew that my nutrition was like a really big part of it, and what I was doing wasn't working.
Yeah. And did you try anything else before, like, you decided to step in, like any apps, ebooks, anything like that?
I had several personal trainers. I tried several apps where I paid lots of money for the apps to be able to give me my workouts and everything like that. I even paid for a nutritionist through my insurance, which was not that great of an idea. But
Never.
so
Never
it's like
should.
I tried everything and nothing seemed to show me the progress that I really wanted to show to make me feel better.
Yeah. And two, like, what was your goal when you did jump in? Because I know it was like progress related. Was it like body composition changes? Because for you, there really wasn't. We didn't really need to lose any too much weight for you. It's more like, would you say like body comp?
Yeah, I mostly wanted to just try to gain muscle. I wanted to look like I worked out, like I had
Mhm.
muscle. I mean, I wanted to look like I could be able to hold my own and not have to rely on the guys to help me out on everything.
Exactly. So what kind of made you decide to invest in yourself in this program? Because you tried already a bunch of stuff. Like, what kind of led you to jump in here?
I saw all the posts on Instagram, and I was like, you know what? I was like, let me try one more thing. Let's see what happens. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So I just kind of took like a leap of faith. Then after meeting with you and talking to you, and you kind of gave me that little bit of an extra of a push, and you're like, just trust me. And I was like, okay, here we go, and just kind of jumped off the deep end and hoped for the best. And I've loved
Yeah.
it.
Good, good. I was gonna ask too, like, how'd you feel about the value inside of the program, like, since being in it from start to finish?
It's great. I've actually had a lot of people compliment me. They always, everyone I've seen and have talked to, and they're like, "Wow, you look like you've lost like a lot of weight." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just working out, eating
Yeah.
right, and trying my best to push others." And it was great hearing everybody like compliment me and being like, "Yeah, I definitely see a difference." And so that I think that meant the most to me.
Yeah, and that's awesome too, because again, like you tried so much over the years, you know what I mean? And this was what, 4.5 months with us, and in that short amount of time, we were able to kind of like overcome a lot of the guesswork and the gaps was the biggest part for most people is like overcoming that. So I guess too, like anywhere else the program's kind of helped you, maybe you didn't anticipate from when you stepped inside.
It definitely helped me boost my confidence. Like I feel a lot better when I go to the gym. Like I'm not afraid to like tell the guys to move on from one of the machines when they're like just standing there and having to flex in the mirror. I'm not afraid to really tell them to like, hey, get going.
Yeah.
Like it's my time. So I definitely feel like I grew I grew a little bit mentally stronger as well, which
Awesome.
is
Yeah, you
something
did
I really
awesome.
didn't expect.
Yeah, and as I said, like, I know me and Casey were talking, I was like, Becca's come a long way since, like, day 1 till day 0, basically, and it really does. It you guys kinda shine and you come out a little bit more over these couple weeks, and we can really tell we're like, "Dang, like, they're doing awesome." So, I guess too for the last question I always have is what would, you tell somebody maybe they're on the fence, maybe were like you, they tried everything, maybe I don't know, maybe they've already gotten on a call with me and they never move forward. What would you kind of tell somebody that's on the fence about jumping into this program?
I think that if the push to get yourself like into it, I think that you should also think, okay, like I've spent this money to be able to do it. Like, let me not have this go to waste. Like, I actually used my money to go to something, and like, I felt like that gave me more motivation than anything else. Was like, okay, well, I bought this, I paid for with my own money, I invested in myself. Like, I'm not gonna just waste that money away.
Yeah, that's awesome. And anything else too, like anything you felt like, I know you worked with Coach Casey, like how did you feel about, having someone keep you accountable, like checking in with you? How was that like throughout the program too?
It was great. I mean, I felt like I was pretty honest with her whenever I was angry
Yeah.
about something that she sent me or made a comment on something, and I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. I felt I was pretty honest about how I felt, and she kind
Yeah.
of really accepted that and knew that that's just how I was.
Yeah.
So I think that was great that we kind of like matched each other, and she would be the same way. She'd be like, okay, well, you know what? Stop with the excuses and just get it done. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. Here's my excuse anyway, but okay, my bad.
Yeah, we will fight you guys right back tooth and nail. We don't care. I'm like, just give it back right back to her. Like, just let them
Yep.
have it. Like, sometimes we need
It.
that in the program. You know what I
I think it
mean?
made it more personable by
Yeah.
having that.
Yeah, we're like, just do what we tell you to do and stop not listening, Becca.
Exactly, exactly.
Nah, that's awesome. But like I said, you did awesome throughout the time. Like you work in law enforcement, so you got like crazy hours and stuff like that too. So we totally understand that. And for everybody watching, maybe if you're on the fence, shoot me a message and we can talk a little bit more in the DMs. And like I said, thanks Becca for trusting me and the program throughout the process. So if anyone has any questions, like feel free to reach out.